Yeah? Okay.
About right.
Man, live. Yeah, my full attention.
Yeehaw.
Imagine seeing up-close images of our closest star system, Alpha Centauri, which is 25 trillion miles away, and having evidence of life on other planets there. A newly proposed spacecraft called Starshot would be able to find collecting images and testing for magnetic fields, organic materials. And this would happen within our lifetime. However, there are some people that find this kind of pointless. They would say, why are we spending billions of dollars to send things into outer space when we have so many other problems down on Earth? In a recent Gallup poll, 45% of Americans say that the budget should stay the same in NASA, 26% say that it should be reduced, and 8% say it should just be entirely dismantled. Even though the support for space exploration seems to have no real impact in the daily lives of the public, it is more vital than ever, because it is essential to human survival and development. I'd like to refute two main arguments, which is that space exploration distracts our resources from problems here on Earth, and that space exploration isn't an urgent enough issue here in today's society. So the first argument is that we have too many problems here on Earth to invest in space exploration. But I say the problems here on Earth can be addressed by space exploration. Space exploration can improve on medicines and cures for diseases. In a recent TED Talk, the exploration and colonization of Mars, the speaker, Dr. Joel Levy, explains if there is life on Mars, we can compare it to Earth's. And if life on Mars isn't necessarily similar to Earth's, we can better understand our own molecular structures. So let's say you're learning a second language, you better understand your first language. So this can improve on medicines and cures because we think about that disease in a different way, in a different light. Another way is that it can connect everybody to the internet. And why does this really necessarily address any problems here on Earth? Well, according to Rebecca Merritt, who is an author about the accessibility of internet to people on Earth, 57% of the world's population isn't available to the internet. And no internet access means no access to healthcare to people who aren't available to hospitals. And it also means no education to people who aren't accessing schools. OneWeb, an internet company, plans to use space exploration just to fix that, to send better satellites up there to really reach out to the people who are in the digital darkness. Another argument is that space exploration isn't really urgent in today's society, but I say that it is more urgent considering the possibility of risk of mass destruction on Earth. There are huge risks of asteroids hitting the Earth. It's an urgent matter, and that space exploration can really detect those objects kind of being near Earth. According to the University of Texas and McDonald's Observatory, the chances are 1 in 10,000, which doesn't seem very risky, but over thousands of years, major impacts become more likely. In July 25th, 2019, a large asteroid passed through Earth 1/5 of the distance from the moon, which is considered a near miss to NASA. And in this video, I know everybody's probably seen this. This is Chelyabinsk meteor in 2013. It happened in Russia and it had the energy of 30 nuclear weapons, according to NASA. Another huge threat to the Earth is climate change. And climate change is causing dangerous changes to our Earth, and as well as our lives. And it's an urgent matter that space exploration can really detect the rate of this exponential climate change. And impacts include human health, food security, water supply, transportation, energy, ecosystems, and much more, according to the U.S. Global Change Research Program. Evidence of climate change exponentially increasing and continuing in their rate from NASA's Global Warming Evidence Web. Warming within the last 35 years, the 5 warmest years have happened since 2010. And the global sea rise is 8 inches per century, but it has doubled the rate within the last 2 decades. So in conclusion, space exploration plays an impact in human development as a society, as well as the survival of the planet. Knowing our astronomical surroundings gives us insight to current issues here on Earth today, as well as help us prepare for the threats of tomorrow. And as Stephen Hawking said, I think the human race has no future if it does not go into space. Thank you.